Welcome to OOF, My Wallet, a production of the TF Talk Network. Be sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more. And follow us on Patreon and all other social channels at TFYLP. Enjoy the show. Hey, everybody out there. I think there's 0 viewers right now, which is what I expected. But this is OOF My Wallet one-man show edition, because I'm bored. And, it's the new year. It's time to spread some cheer and show off some toys, I guess. It's going to be pretty short if it's just me. But we'll see if we can get some extra hangers on tonight. I am Paul, your host. That's not a ghost quite yet. And on this show, we like to show off new toys we got. And if you've been hunting around, checking out your stores recently, there is plenty of new stuff that came out in the past few days. Some people have Blaster. Some people have, Slammer. Some people have Pipes. The list goes on. But I was lucky enough to get a hold of Studio Series Soundwave, who's kind of fun. Gets to go like that. And he can talk with his chest. I am Soundwave. I am hungry for Ravage. Unfortunately, Ravage is not out yet, so it's hard to find him. But I gotta say, this toy is pretty good. I am not a huge fan of these Bumblebee movie. Okay, let me rephrase that. I'm not a huge fan of the Soundwave design because in the movie, proportions are kind of weird. He looks like he's wearing a huge diaper. But I gotta say, this toy pulls off that expression quite well. Except what's kind of funny is he's sort of a sad wave. You know, see how his eyes go up in the middle? It's a bit funny. But the toy is pretty spectacular as far as action figures go. I'd say transforming him, the alt mode is a little bit questionable, if you can even call it that. Crab mode, as some people have called it. I kind of like how you can put his rifle in the back. I use it as sort of a tactical antenna. And this piece is really cool how it's hinged here. It's a little different than other Soundwave shoulder cannons. It can be used as a gun, but it has this nice articulated peg that sticks in the back here. See that hole? So it actually ends up kind of floating there, which is pretty sweet. So he can actually kind of, have like a double, he's like I said, tactical Soundwave. Looks like he's going to go out into the wilderness and fix a radio antenna in Seattle or something. That's like what I could see him doing. But the proportions on him in the toy mode are actually, to me, a little more favorable than the design that we see on screen in the film. So if you can find this, he's out there. He's in the new Studio Series box, which is smaller than the old Studio Series box. If you are a crazy mint and sealed box collector and have a huge Voyager collection of Studio Series toys, the dimensions have changed, so beware. Not much else I can say about this. It looks like they attempted light piping on the head. No, that's just painted. Never mind. But yeah, overall, a great robot action figure. I would recommend this if you can get a hold of it. If you like Soundwave, you got to get it. It's got a bunch of cool joints on it that are a little beyond the norm for Transformers toys. Like, it's just really cool how the arms have kind of like these flaps, which you at this point would be used to seeing on the skirt, which he does have that too. Whoa, look out. Which that, allows him to have a waist swivel. But yeah, I would highly recommend this pickup. Not much of an OOF, I would say. The opposite of an OOF. So usually at this point, we would ask the next person to show off something they have. But unfortunately, it's still just me. The rest of the cast is snoozing. That's okay, though. This was a bit of an impromptu affair. And let's see. What else would be in my goodie bag? Let's see. Here's something I don't think I've shown this off before on the show, but I could be wrong. So I'm sorry if this is a second. This is the Diaclone VMAX Battle Convoy Shadow version or something. I don't know. It's basically like Battle Convoy was to Diaclone what Optimus Prime is to Transformers. It's the original mold. I think everyone knows that at this point. They took the semi-truck, brought it over to America, and made Optimus Prime. So 20, 30 years later, Takara has decided to reboot the Diaclone series to make a really modular play pattern with tons of modes and tons of integration between different figures and tons of weapons. This thing, is just bristling with, breast missiles. I don't know how to say that well. Lots of shoulder cannons. I have him sort of like all decked out with all of his potential weapons here, machine guns, and even the black one comes with swords. So there was a red one that came out first. Then there's this shadow version, and this came out at the end of 2021. And I decided to pick this up, even though there was never a black Battle Convoy. I think this is a cool reimagining of what alternate universe Optimus Prime sort of could have been if, Transformers had never existed. So I thought this was a pretty sweet piece just for the history and the modernization of it. There's also a little bit of it's not an Easter egg, but you can take out this sort of cockpit thing. And there's a few items you can put in here. There's like a tank turret. But if you turn it around, this connector piece sort of looks like the Matrix. So if you plug it in here, you kind of have sort of a Matrix-y Easter egg in his chest. But I don't know if that was 100% intentional. It's just something that I've noticed that I think other fans have gotten a hold of this toy and said the same thing, and it looks kind of cool. Now I'm having trouble putting it back in. There we go. A pretty cool dude. Thing about these Diaclone toys, they're very expensive. They're not huge. I mean, this is about a Voyager, a little bit above a Voyager scale, but it's just got all sorts of articulation, all sorts of bells and whistles. This is just great for people that like modular play. And if you want a different take on what could have been Optimus Prime. It's definitely not Optimus Prime or Nemesis Prime. It is Battle Convoy from the Diaclone reboot, but check it out if you can. Well, that's it, I guess. I mean, without anyone else to talk to, these episodes go a lot faster. Very fast, even. So, I'm going to stick with the Black Optimus theme here and show off something kind of fun. I bet some of you cast members are going to wish you were here to talk about this guy. This is that black Super MMC Optimus, and this is the Shadow version with the cape, which is actually pretty sweet. The way you can get it to work, and all the extra bells and whistles it comes with, like the sword and the extra face. And there's actually there's that plastic kind of collar that goes on the cape kind of keeps it in place. It's pretty cool. And this cape has like wire in it, so you can actually kind of wrap it around him in a way that works really well. But this figure was recommended by a few of the cast members, and I wanted to check it out. And I'd been thinking about the black version, and after everyone said it was so good, I was like, well, I'll get the black one, see what I think. And I've not transformed it, but it does things that no other Transformer toy has done. Maybe, MP44 to an extent can do most of the things this can do, but this just gets, it has toe hinges, butterfly joints, multiple stomach ab crunches, and the legs actually have a lot, the hips have some really cool articulation in them as well. I know I'm just kind of holding this in front of the screen, but the articulated fingers are nice. I'm not a huge third-party person, but this is, this is up there. This is good. This is a good product, and for around $100, I'd say it's pretty good. I mean, this costs less than this guy. Let me tell you that. So, most people would pick this over this unless you're a complete Transformer snob. So yeah, pretty cool. If you're looking for something else to do tonight, you can check out the pain list. Look up the pain list. I think they're going live right now with one of our cast members, Nick. I was hoping one of our team would jump in here, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen. So I think I'm going to cut this early. This will be the shortest stream of TFYLP potentially ever. I'm not sure. But thanks for watching, and if you have any questions, put them in the comments. And I think that's a wrap for this January 5th. Sorry it's such a short episode, but hey, at least it's an episode, right? I will catch you next time. Peace.